Mhm. There you go. Oh, are we live? Oh, don't even tell me that we're live. No, you didn't. You didn't say. You said we should or something. That's what I heard. I didn't hear we were doing the boss. Yeah. Uh huh. Who else will hear us? You should have been here just a couple minutes earlier. You would have liked the ant that joined me for dinner on my plate. Hmm. That Oh, he was fun. Luckily he wasn't he didn't become part of dinner. I saw him in enough time to, yeah, get him in a napkin, so there'll be no screaming as far as I know. And welcome everybody. Today is Tuesday, August the 12th, 2025, approximately 7:04 p.m. And yes, we at last minute had a wrecked schedule. So hence us going live at the 7 PM. Yes, yes, but explain the car. There you go. And I said you're lucky the fire department didn't come and break the windows to get you out of the car. Well, you had me beat on that. I had my last thing was around 7ish. If we would have been live at 3 o'clock, I probably would have been screaming alongside the baby. He was out of control. It was I know we talked about trading places. It was bad. It was a bad, bad day. So this worked out for the best for me. So thank you, Crazy B, because I would have been stressed to the max with him. He was it was bad. In fact, it was pushing work hours and I called EJ and I'm like, "Where you at? Where you at? How close to home?" And when he walked in, I just said, "Here, take him and get out." I didn't even want to talk to him. But it just he was I don't know what his problem that tea thing, I mean, Tylenol, everything, nothing helped, and he just wasn't a happy baby today. And I told him he better come back tomorrow with a attitude readjustment or we might have an issue. I mean, I even let him cry for a good 20 minutes, hoping he'd cry himself to sleep or when I got him he'd stop, but nope, nada. And then we did have something funny that happened over the weekend to me that you made fun of me, but then it turned around and then it happened to you, so we got to make fun of you. But I'll be damned if I can remember what it was. We said we wanted to bring it up on the show. Do you remember? Do you remember? Okay. Well, maybe we'll think about it. And then whatever it was. Okay. Well, whatever it was funny as all hell. And but neither one of us can remember. What else is going on? Oh, talk to the doctor, had at 8 a.m. Have to go get neck, shoulder, back, and hip x-rays. Getting put on, uh-huh, I have the methocarbamol's doing nothing, so they're going to try the baclofen. to see. Okay. And this is going to be good. In addition to my regularly scheduled steroids, I'm getting a Medrol pack. So warning, warning. D will be crazed. Maybe, maybe not. Beginning tomorrow for the next 7 or 10 days. And then another medication she gave me uh, to counteract the side effects of these antibiotics. So we have to do all that. So I'm hoping to get the x-rays tomorrow because I'm having significant difficulty. I am jacked up. We're jacked up. We're a wreck. And so is Crazy B. Our bodies have just about, are we? And then we come on here, we're kind of like, I kind of like feel like we have never done this before. You know, that it seems like forever that we've been on. Why is that? I don't know. It's a weird feeling. What we could do is just call it a day and say, "It was nice seeing everybody. We'll check us out tomorrow if you want. If you feel that." I s- I suggested, since we're both feeling so bad, that perhaps we just say hello to the audience and we do kind of like a psych. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. We don't even have anybody in the chat that I know of, do we? Except the bot. Mhm. Well, let's do perhaps maybe 10 or 15 minutes. And if nobody joins us or whatever, then maybe we'll call it a day. You know what I mean? And we'll just finish up tomorrow. Since we're all right. Well, let's get a couple things done and then see how you feel. All right. Uh, one- Let's play a video in one moment, please. Chase, get in your bed now. Get in your bed. Thank you. That would be the dog that is looking for some cheap box pizza right now. That's that's what I'm. Mhm. One moment,
Everybody
please.
stop
We were
what you're doing
experiencing
and watch.
peace. I can hear it. And fine. Woohoo! We can hear the audio. So hit play.
Everybody stop what you're doing and watch this. Vice President JD Vance delivered a masterclass and exposed how Democrats rig these elections, while they're now trying to tell you that the Republicans rigged the elections. He calls out the 2020 election having major statistical errors of red states being undercounted and blue states overcounted. Ladies and gentlemen, take a listen to this.
Yeah, so another crazy thing that I had no idea about, but everybody, even Democrats actually admit this, that the census in 2020 had a major statistical error. And what that meant is that you actually undercounted a few states that are Republican, like Florida and Ohio. You overcounted some blue states. And so what I understand, if you actually did the census anew right now, you would have 10 additional Republican seats and 9 fewer Democrat seats. And really what we're living with, Maria, is the consequence of 40 years of institutional control in the Democratic Party. These guys have fought very dirty for a very long time, and they haven't just won elections and enacted laws that we may not agree with. They have tried to rig the game for Democrats and against Republicans. And thankfully, under President Trump's leadership, you finally see some spine. You finally see some backbone in the Republican Party to fight back against these very aggressive Democratic dirty tricks. But the only way for us to do it is to actually go.
Uh, I ad nauseum. I can. That's why I. That's why I had to leave X. I couldn't stand it anymore. It was just, I was repeating the same stuff over and over. I would do. I had exactly. I agree. 100. Mhm. Mm. I have another word for them, but I can't say it on air, and hmm it's the word that I would if you said it, but whatever. Go ahead. Hmm. The question.
Okay, now you guys can hear me. Um, okay, I think y'all can still hear me on the recording. Give me 2 seconds while I double check this.
Here.
I just got to go to one of the lives that are playing and see if it's working because my stupid ass didn't even bother checking to make sure my mic was hooked up. How wild is that shit?
Beatbox pizza right now. Just a day. That's what I have another.
And see if it's working because my stupid ass didn't even bother
Well,
checking to make
Crazy
sure.
Bee is another medication messing with her mic. Just as a reminder,
Yep, I
due
got
to
it set up.
okay, due to unforeseen circumstances, we will be live broadcasting Thursday evening 7 to 9 instead of 3 to 5, and Friday will be re-recorded. Yeah, we need a re-recorded. Friday will be a pre-recorded video due to my needing to be at a doctor's appointment.
Yes.
So that's this week.
Yes, it is.
All right, Crazy Bee.
Back to the video now that everyone can hear me. My mic is set up. Oh, hey, Art. I see you. Just got here. Only able to hear D, but hearing you now. Thank you. I couldn't see it because I was busy fussing with it. But hey, D gets to hear the video today instead of just doing a read along. So, we got that going.
I don't get to see anybody. That's all.
Yeah, I gotta figure out.
Chat.
I wonder if it would still be able to hear it if I did the desktop view instead of just the video view.
Give it a
Do
shot.
we want to risk it?
Yeah, let's risk it. One moment,
Okay.
please, while we continue to mess up our settings. Not mess them up, but as we continue to experiment with OBS and the new platform.
Okay, let's see if you can hear it.
And do the hard work
Can
to
you hear
reset
it?
the scale.
I can hear it, yes, but I don't see the chat.
Okay, well, because I'm going to bring that over here for you.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
You won't be able to necessarily see the whole video on your end.
Right.
But I can do that for
right
you.
there. Okay, that looks cool.
That looks good.
Mm-hmm.
And you can hear
Go
it.
ahead.
All right, let's
Correct.
go.
A little bit. What we want
Oh,
to do is
shit.
redo the census, but importantly, we want to redistrict
Hold
some of
on.
these red states, and we want to
One
make the
moment,
congressional
please.
apportionment fair in this country. Again, you
Ready to
cannot do
hit
it unless Republicans actually take some very decisive action in the months to come. We think they will, and we're obviously supporting
How's
them
that
every
look?
And that's what they're doing
Not
in
too bad.
Texas. But yet you have Governor of Illinois, J.B. Pritzker, saying that this is illegal. He got called out for being a hypocrite. Gavin Newsom is also trying to, I'll show you a video of Gavin Newsom trying to take on J.D. Vance. Again, Gavin Newsom is knowing that J.D. Vance is probably next, and Gavin Newsom thinks that he's next for the Democrats. I'm not sure if that's true, but you hear exactly what J.D. Vance is doing. Hey, there's been errors. There have been things that the Republicans have done that was wrong, but these people have been doing, they've been cheating. They've been doing this for a very long time.
step of the way.
So do you worry that as Republicans do that, the Democrat blue states are going to do the same thing? And then you'll have redistricting in California, New Jersey, and so on.
You know, Marie, there's just not a whole lot of juice left out of that lemon. The Democrats have already gone as far as they possibly can. Let me give you crazy statistics. So I believe that it's in New Jersey, Illinois, New York, California.
Sorry for the closed captions being completely and utterly illiterate. I don't know how I missed that shit. Illinois with an OY, like enjoy at the end. Did you see that?
Go ahead.
Thank you. Sorry. Thank you, Phil. He brought me some soda. Oh, my back is fucking hating me. Okay, here we go. Yes. By the way, the closed captions, like I said, absolutely sorry. They went batshit illiterate for some reason, but, you know, it's not me. Because I'm not typing these out one at a time. So, let's hit play.
California, and there's one other Democrat state where you take those 5 states, you have a large number of Democrat representatives. But here's the crazy statistic. President Trump won 43% of those 5 states, and Democrats have something like 85% of the representatives out of those states. You cannot gerrymander these far left states anymore. And that's the whole point. We have unilaterally disarmed in the Republican Party. We have said to the Democrats, if you want to rig the game in your favor in blue states, go ahead. We're going to do nothing to fight back against it.
He's calling them out for cheating. The future president is calling them out for.
But he's also calling out the Republicans for doing jack shit, too.
Right.
I gotta give him props.
Well, yeah, yes, I agree with that. And hopefully, finally, they'll get up off their asses and do something.
Okay. Let's hit play.
Over gerrymandering these states that, again, President Trump deserves more seats in. As you know, 40% nationwide votes, 44% nationwide votes, but yet the state of Illinois only has 3 out of 15 seats are Republican only. He's saying flat out, they've gerrymandered. They've basically stacked up everything against them. It's time for Republicans to fight back.
Fight back against it. That's crazy. It makes it harder for us to pass our agenda. It makes it harder for us to win elections. And most importantly, it gives Democrats this ability to run roughshod over the country without any pushback from the American people. The democratic system in this country is broken because who you vote for doesn't necessarily get reflected in who your representatives are. We're just trying to rebalance the scales and, frankly, push back against a very unfair system created by the Democrats.
I know a way to bring it back to normal. Cut out 90% of the BS that Congress put against us and loopholed themselves to get all kinds of special benefits from, and let's go back to the original Constitution. Add in the, keep the civil rights and stuff, that stuff, but anything that leads to this nonsense that these motherfudgers have been doing needs to be removed. And the states need to redo the state constitutions and the state legislatures so the states can't get away with this BS either.
That is correct.
So,
but you know what? I do believe I guess that's what, is that going to be written in the Constitution? Go to
No.
California
It's not
and
about the Constitution. It's about the state level
okay,
constitutions. The federal
yeah, that's what I'm talking.
Constitution doesn't allow
Hold on.
this.
Oh, crazy bee, you're ahead of the game. That's what I'm talking about. In California, the state constitution from California.
Allows this shit.
No, hold on. The, does it got to be passed into their constitution to say this? Because the citizens voted that there would no longer be gerrymandering, that it had to go through this, we'll call it a company for argument's sake right now, because I can't think of the name of the place, that they were responsible for setting up the redistricting.
And Gavin Newsom is in the
not
process of trying to undo that and put it back
correct.
in the government's hand.
Correct. So now, does that separate little company piece, that carve out where the citizens voted and said, we no longer want the government involved, does that have to become part of the state constitution, is my question.
And that's where I think they would have to make it back into the state constitution in order for it to happen. And they're threatening to do it just to get revenge on Texas, because Texas is like, fuck y'all, Jasmine Crockett's nuts. We need to get her out.
What the hell are our friends in California, like Four Corners and them, doing about this situation?
I believe they are busting their butts trying to fight back on it.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, last I heard from them, they are pushing back on a lot of this stuff and the assembly, the state assembly. Right. I apologize. My brain's not working. I am in a lot of pain, so but I'm getting there. It's just taking me a little longer.
That's okay, Ma. I'm in pain and I don't have a brain, so at least you went up on me.
So you're the Scarecrow from the Wizard of Oz?
Ma'am.
Yeah. And what am I? I'm like the Tin Man because I'm all stiff and achy and.
There you go.
But I do have a heart, so he doesn't really need a heart.
No.
I need a spine. Can someone replace that? Anyways, back to the video. I'm derailing this.
The spine could have been the wizard, really, when you think about it. He had to hide behind the green curtain.
Oh, that's very true. He was a coward.
Yes, he was.
Oh, wow. That's, yeah, he needed a lot. But then again, Dorothy was the spine and the heart and the brains of all of them. And the courage.
Right. And she had the ruby red shoes.
Yeah. I don't think I would wear ruby red shoes. I'm sorry. No, not my style. Art says there aren't enough conservative votes in California to overcome the weight of the big blue areas, LA and San Francisco, etc. So right now California is just screwed because it's only the nut jobs that are left and a handful of sane people.
Mm-hmm.
I say bail out. Nurse Ratchet can take it from there and watch how it goes downhill.
Yeah, and just make sure if you do bail out, you don't bring your negative shit with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If you're blue, don't go somewhere to a red state and start no shit.
Yeah, because how you voted before is why it led to you having to leave that state. Yeah. If you haven't noticed the pattern, I will spell it out for you. Okay?
Wait, hold on. You spell it out, Crazy Bee. I have to go turn the air conditioning up. I'm freezing my ass off. I'm shivering. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, spelling it out, when you vote for socialist programs, your tax money goes up. And that tax money is supposed to go to these socialist programs, but the politicians are like, you know what? Nah, those poor people, they don't need it. I need it more than they do. So they put it in their pockets. And then those poor people are like, but I need help. And nobody wants to help them. So what do? They start robbing places. And then the bleeding heart side says, oh, those poor people, they're stealing because they're poor. When in actuality, they're stealing because they can steal. And they didn't want to get a job because you guys ran all the jobs out because taxes are so high. No business wants to stay. And then because of all of this, everyone's got the bleeding heart for the criminals who are hungry while stealing thousands of dollars of clothing that isn't going to feed them. The whole thing is those poor people, you guys say, the cops can't do that to them. The cops can't arrest them. The courts can't put them in jail because they're hungry. No, quit raising these socialism programs that don't benefit the actual people, cause businesses to go running, and then the people start stealing the clothing that isn't going to feed them, and all the businesses continue to run. So y'all created your own problem. Socialist programs cannot be the priority of a state. They cannot be the priority. Priority is bringing in jobs, keeping jobs in the area, and then balancing anything from there. More jobs mean less people on system, on the food stamps and stuff. Bring in more jobs, you will have less people on welfare. Magic. Who would have thought?
Go on.
And let's not forget, it's almost the same concept for global warming. Oh my God, all these chemicals and carbons in the air. Plant more flippin' trees. Magic. The CO2 and stuff goes down and the oxygen goes up. Idiots.
You mean like ones that have been destroyed everywhere? The Amazon rainforest in California.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, keep going.
So, plant trees in the areas that people have moved out of. All those small towns that nobody lives in, all those ghost towns across the Midwest and in the West for the gold mining stuff. Oh, well, you know what? Plant a bunch of trees around them.
We need a modern day Johnny Appleseed.
Yes, let's get some Johnny Appleseeds out there, please.
Yep.
I'm telling you. Art says he bailed out but ended up in a different blue state. But I'm far away from any liberal enclave. Yeah, but it still impacts you. It still impacts your life.
It does.
I get it, though. All right, let's hit play. Are you back so I can hit play?
Oh, I've been back. I asked you what letter of the alphabet you were on. I contributed to the...
I couldn't hear you. I heard you about the green thing, but I didn't hear you about the letter thing.
Yeah, I asked you what letter of the alphabet you're on while you were, spelling it out. So go ahead.
I missed it. Sorry. You might have been too far away from the mic.
Possibly.
All right, let's hit play. Oops, my hand. Are you ready for play?
Oh, I've been ready, girl. Go.
All right.
Yeah, unbelievable, says Maria Bartiromo. The solution is redo the census and redistrict. That's what they're doing in Texas, right? He says if you actually did the census anew right now, you would have 10 additional Republican seats and 9 fewer Democrat seats. This is called outsmarting them for what they've done. And Maria asked them, well, don't you think they're going to just do the same thing you're doing in red states? No. He's saying they've already done that to the point they can't gerrymander anymore. Crazy. These are very aggressive Democrat dirty tricks. But this interview gets even better.
I want to point out that it is a smart time to finally fight back because they can't go and take over any more counties and stuff like that. The gerrymandering. They've already maxed it. So now is the perfect time to fight back because they have nowhere to go.
Right.
So, all right, here we go.
JD Vance just echoed what everyone
oh my
has
God.
been saying about
Jade Vance.
Russiagate.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
He's calling on arrest the future president. This is why I said you must be patient with everything because Trump and JD Vance are going to be a continuation of 8 years. Trump for 4 again, JD Vance for another 4. Hey man, here we go.
I absolutely want to see indictments, Maria. Look, of course, you've got to have the law follow the facts here. You don't just indict people to indict people. You indict people because they broke the law. But if you look at what Tulsi and Kash Patel have revealed in the last couple of weeks, I don't know how anybody can look at that and say that there wasn't aggressive violations of the law. What they basically did is they defrauded the American people in order to take Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign talking points and turn them into intelligence by defrauding the American people, defrauding the intelligence agencies, lying about what the intel said. They would take something that supported a Hillary Clinton campaign talking point, and they would overemphasize it and exaggerate it. They took anything that actually contradicted that narrative and they buried it deep. And through that, they actually laundered Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign talking points through the American intelligence services. That's a violation of the people's trust. That's a violation of what our intelligence services should be doing. And I absolutely think they broke the law. And you're going to see a lot of people get indicted for that. Here's the thing that should really bother the American people. What do you want our intelligence community to be doing? I want them to be catching bad guys. I want them to be making sure that terrorists aren't going to kill innocent American civilians. I don't want them laundering Hillary Clinton's campaign talking points into the American media and giving them this air of legitimacy. It is sick and it's disgusting. It hurt the intelligence community, it hurt the American people, and it hurt the first Trump administration. We've got to have consequences for it, or we're just going to see the same play repeated again and after again.
Wow. JD Vance says that there will be indictments. People will be arrested and held accountable. Again, this is all a part of the next 3.5 to 4 years after that. Is this going to be the guy, the way he is saying this? Hey, we got the information. We got all of it. So he's called them out, saying that we need to do that. So he's on board on that. And then now he's calling for the arrest and for people to be held accountable. How has he been doing as a vice president compared to Mike Pence is the question. Now, here's where it gets interesting, because apparently who he's going to be up against, it's going to be, a lot of people are saying Gavin Newsom, that he's going to run. So Gavin Newsom responds with threats. He says Texas, Florida, Ohio, Missouri, Indiana, red states are lining up to bend the knee to Trump and rig elections ahead of 2026 midterms. Again, he's saying this without holding themselves from gerrymandering. They've been gerrymandering the whole time. Now watch what he says, and he says we have to fight fire with fire.
So when you look at the big ugly bill that has passed by one vote, you know how important the voices of that community are. And so, yes, it is shameful that being at 60 years of the Civil Rights Act, signed by President Johnson from Texas, that we now face discrimination by Governor Abbott, bending the knee to Trump. And one.
How is this discrimination? Someone tell me, how is this discrimination?
Because, it's always got to be brought up. If it isn't that, it's race or...
How is it discrimination? I really want to know.
Mhm.
I don't get it. Why are they throwing that word out there?
Because I guess what I'm assuming is that they're looking at the particulars of a district and who makes that district up. And if there's not representation, for example, I think you noticed in the DMs I sent you something that supposedly Jasmine Crockett has gone missing and has lost her seat due to redistricting, which I'm still trying to get a confirmation on that, okay?
Okay.
The rub is going to be that she represents a minority population, and because of what they plan to do, it's going to be discriminatory because the minority population will not be served, or they will be underserved. That's what the issue will be. But in the meantime, all the Republican districts have been seriously underserved in the past 60 years, they said in this particular piece.
Yeah.
And you're saying longer than that?
I've been for a very long time.
Uh-huh.
It's
So,
just, what do we do? How do we
I
do?
mean, they talked when this first started, they talked about, the district was the district was the district, right?
Uh huh.
If it was the African American district, if it was the Polish district, if it was the Irish, whatever district or wherever you lived at, that would be, whatever boundaries were determined to go through there, that would be it.
Yeah. Well, all I can say is we got to fix this disaster and fast. We
Well,
really need to fix it.
get in line. Get in line with all the disasters we have going on.
I know.
Just enough.
It's just
There's enough.
frustrating. It's
I
really
know.
freaking frustrating because, we're trying to do all of this and it's just a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
How do we
And
do
it's like
this?
it's it's like everything we touch, everything we look at, Crazy B, have we yet uncovered one thing that has not had a significant problem attached to it?
Hmm.
Not one.
So, what do we do?
Well, I think you suggested previously that it just all we need to go back and start at the beginning.
Start fresh?
Yep.
To heck with these nut jobs?
Yep, every single one of them. But
I think
even
that's a
with the
good
start,
idea.
even with the start fresh approach, who's going to do it?
I don't know. That is a good question. Who is going to do it? I
Who,
mean,
who
we can all
who's going to
try, but how far are we going to get, really?
right? I mean, who's going to do it in that, you know, we all claim we want everybody to have some type of mental acuity exam. You know what I mean? So we would have to, every single one of us would have to go through that. And
Hmm.
there'd be background checks and all of that. And can you really do the job that's in the job description?
No,
Uh,
most of them can't, but we let
right.
that be.
Right. There has to be some good vetting. Uh, but I think there's probably a lot as far as that could drop off, and that's the NGO, the special interest groups, the pharmaceutical companies, the mainstream media.
Hmm.
Um, but to do that, I mean, I think we have been somewhat on a path in some ways with NPR, PBS going by the wayside. Uh, can only do so. One person can only undertake so many things,
Yeah.
and hopefully, people that you pick underneath of you have that same vision and or similar vision and can execute what it is that you want. And that's what I think the people under Trump are trying to do, is to execute the vision that he sees for the country. And
Yeah.
that's the president's prerogative. He was given that mandate by the people. This is
Hmm.
what you will do, such as close the border, get inflation under control,
Yeah.
get wokeness out of, schools and women's sports, etc. So, but what we don't do is there's not like I've never seen what I call like the cheat sheet. You know what I mean? Well, Biden had it, but I never see it where on a Republican side and I would send this to them over and over going, here's 1 through 20 that, that,
Yeah.
that, 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 that needs done, right? And repeat. Here's the top priorities that I saw. Da, 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 da. Every day it gets sent. Every day, every day, every day. I never saw anything from anybody come back that way, ever, in any of that, in that type of format that the American people could really look at and say, well, here's our priorities, right? Here's the top 10 things that we're trying to accomplish within the next 4 years. These are
Yeah.
our goals. These are our objectives. I've never seen that. I mean, hell, we were talking about, I don't even know when they get up there, this is against our values. What values?
There
Where are
was
they written?
one mayor for Detroit. This was back just after Kwame Kilpatrick got his butt booted out. Well, I don't think he actually got mayor, but he was running for mayor. And he had a 10-point plan that he typed up and had posted of what his plan was to fix Detroit.
Okay.
You don't see many people doing that anymore, do you?
No, not at all. They just get up
I
there
voted for
and
him because at least he had a plan. And he
right,
posted it for everybody. So
right.
even if he
Most
didn't
pe-
get win, at least he had a fucking plan.
right. Most of them get up and grandstand
Mm-hmm.
and just, oh, I'm going to do
They
this, I'll
talk
do
shit.
that. Thank you. They talk shit.
Oh, can we
Exactly.
have a Golden Globe for politicians?
No, please. Just another award dinner for them to go to that the taxpayers would pay for.
But Art did actually ask my original question. He says they involve discrimination because it's the way you can get the courts involved under the Voting Rights Act from back in the 1960s.
Right.
So that's why they're crying like that. If you have exactly 4 people, 2 senators, 1 representative, and a president, you don't get to vote on the rest of the fools. Amen. Art and his wisdom in the comments. Comedic wisdom. So, yeah. All right, let's try to get through the last of this. I know he did do, there's like 2 videos in one. Did you want me to play the second part of it or just get through this?
I think, just, the reason I kept it was because he had some additional commentary
And good
was
points.
played that was
Okay.
relevant to the part. Yeah.
All right,
That's
so
why
let
I
me
did
hit
it.
play. And Art says the golden turd goes to. Okay, we'll have the golden turd instead of golden globe.
There you go. I like
There.
that.
There we
I
go.
like
It's an award they don't want.
Right. Oh no, they'd probably relish it.
But it's going to be pyrite gold, not real gold. Those motherfuckers get what they put out there. So,
There you go.
all right, let's hit play, try to get through a little bit more.
Wanting to steal 5 seats before the next election cycle. And so that's what we know is on the line, not just for Texas. This sweeps across the nation.
And that's a point now a number of you've made. This is not, again, just about Texas. And we're already reading about, we saw yesterday, J.D. Vance himself, the Vice President of the United States, made his way to Indiana to try to convince the folks there to do the same. We've already.
Oh, he's scared.
To do the same as he's been doing. Oh my God, that's so scary. You're mad that they untied one hand from the baseball players to make it a fair game.
Right.
Imbeciles. All right, sorry, I had to add that in when he just said that. Well, they're going to be doing the same as all of you. So, shut up. All right, here we go.
Look at the way he's talking about J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance has them scared. The rebalancing is happening, and Gavin Newsom knows exactly who he's up against in 2028. I think we're ahead of our time in this video. Look at the way he's mad about, again, J.D. Vance convincing these red states to do the same thing that the blue states have done to rebalance everything.
Heard the Speaker of the House and the governor of Florida talk about their efforts or their desire to do their efforts. We know Ohio is already moving in this direction, Missouri, other states that likely will follow suit. So to your point, this is about rigging the election before a vote is cast.
Like they did, rigging the election
Rigging.
before the votes were cast. Pot, meat, kettle. And let's not forget that pan over there.
There you go. Rubber meet the road.
Yeah, like, I'm telling you. They get on my nerves.
I know. It's so. It's just. It makes you so angry, but it's laughable that he's actually on there and can say this with a straight face.
I know. That's what's alarming.
Yes.
Is their straight face, nonchalant, like, well, not so nonchalant. They're afraid of the Republicans doing exactly what they did because it evens the playing field. And
Right.
it's just, like, why can't we just make it federally illegal for gerrymandering and the states have to comply? How's that sound? I don't know.
Not a bad idea. Oh, how about an executive order?
Executive orders take forever to finally go through and then they just get undone.
I know, but I'm saying it's a start.
They could just, stop screwing us over.
Right.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
You
Oh,
would
hey,
think that
Vanilla
this-
Pie. You're not too late. Don't worry, sweetie. You're only about 46 minutes late, but hey, you can go back and watch it later.
And you didn't miss much. Trust me, we had technical difficulties.
Oh, Art
For the
says we
first-
can refer to the awards as the turdies.
The turdy. I like that. But I mean, this whole sense, I've said this before about the executive orders. As soon as one is written, a little page boy should have been running that sucker over to Congress or to the Senate and saying, get started on it.
Yeah, but
to
they're
make it
not
into
going
law.
to.
I know, that's the problem.
Yeah.
That is the problem. And there's
It really
executive
is.
orders. Right. And there are executive orders that are, I think, good ones, right? That could be, such as the border, having that closed, that Congress should have been acting on that. But oh no, let's not. And then if perchance a Democrat does come in 2028, well, all is for naught. All of this, what we've gone through the last 4 years, is for naught.
Yeah. It's like we're
it was a
wasting our
joke.
breath on it.
Exactly. It's like we wasted our breath. And you know what? And I will tell you, I gave up after that. I mean, if we go by the wayside in 2028 because of the rhinos and the lack of effort on the Republicans' part, I just throw my hands up at that point.
I get it. I 100% get it.
You know what I
I
mean?
don't blame you.
We should just, I don't know. I don't know what to do at that point. I really don't.
I know.
Because this back and forth is just absolutely sheer craziness.
It really is. It's starting to get old, too.
Very old. Okay, what do you got for me there?
Oh, no, we were going to finish the video. I was just getting the articles set up and ready to go, in case we get to them. So let's finish off the last 4 minutes-ish, and we'll go from there.
Got it.
Before 2026.
So again, 2026, just like 2024 was, and now 2025. I want to leave you with this video about gerrymandering, about NBC, about J.B. Pritzker, and about the runaway Democrats. That proves the point that J.D. Vance was making throughout this video.
Every major group that grades the fairness of congressional maps gives your state an F. Common Cause, a nonpartisan government watchdog, even says your map, and I'm going to quote, represents a nearly perfect model for everything that can go wrong with redistricting. And I guess the question is, you talk about preserving democracy. How do you preserve democracy if you're using the same tactics that you've criticized Texas Republicans for?
But as I say, what they're talking about is a distraction.
No, it's not a distraction. He's just trying to distract people from the Democrats' rank hypocrisy. But let's let him continue.
The reality is that the violation of people's voting rights is what Texas is attempting to do. That's what's wrong with their efforts right now. And the fact that the President of the United States knows it and nevertheless is asking them to do it. That is what's wrong with what we're seeing right now. Democracy is at...
Just remember this. When you hear democracy is at stake or democracy's on the ballot or a threat to our democracy, just replace the word democracy with political power. Our political power is at stake. This is a threat to our political power. He wants to talk about democracy being at stake. Listen to this. In Illinois, about 43.5% of people voted for Donald Trump. About 54.4% of people voted for Kamala Harris. There are 17 seats available for the House of Representatives in this state. 14 out of 17 of those seats went to Democrats. That is 82.4% of the seats went in favor of Democrats. 17.6% of the seats.
What did I just do? I'm sorry. Hold on.
43% of the people voted for Trump. And only 17% of the House of Representatives
my bad.
represent them. Let's
sorry,
look at the
everyone.
districts. These here are the districts.
One moment,
now, do you see that
please.
little pinky
No, I
little
fixed it.
district?
I accidentally bumped a button in the frickin'
Discord.
no, not Discord. Actually, OBS.
I'm seeing a Discord message thing on my screen, dear.
You shouldn't.
It is. I got your profile page, and then the video's playing behind it.
Huh. That's weird. Because when I'm looking in there now, it just shows the video and yours and my profiles up there.
I don't even see me at all, so I have.
Oh, you probably have them enlarged.
I don't have. I didn't touch a thing.
It might have done it on its own. Blame a ghost. Here we go. Let's finish play because I accidentally blacked out the entire
Cool.
the programming outside thing. So I got it fixed. So let's get through the last few minutes.
Comes across the middle of all that red, does that look natural to you? No. They specifically created that district in order to get another seat. They're not worried about democracy. They're worried about winning. It's that simple. They hide their simple goal of winning behind virtue signaling and morality and voters being disenfranchised. And they regularly and purposely disenfranchise their own voters in order to get more federal power. They're hypocrites. And they don't like that Texas is starting to play the game that they've been playing. And California is almost just as bad as Illinois. I talked about that and I compared California and Texas in the video before this. So if you're curious about that, you can go check that out. But do not let them lie to you. They're not worried about democracy. They're worried about winning.
Okay, that's that for the video.
And Vanilla, I
one-
think I said hello to you. I'm not sure, but if I didn't, hello. Thank you for joining us. Albeit late.
Yeah. Which one
better late.
were we supposed to cover first?
I
Okay.
don't know.
I found the
Whichever
news
one-
article we need to cover first. Let me
Yeah, we
change
kind-
this around.
Yeah,
So
we
you
kind of
can
went off
see.
the rails on the rails on this too today. Programming not only was technical difficulties, but we also had switch up in programming that we had planned. The U.S. inflation rises.
Oh, hold on.
2.7.
I didn't know you were going to start. Okay, now we can. Now they can see what you're reading.
Okay, and starting all over again, the U.S. inflation rises 2.7% annually in July, less than expected, amid tariff worries. On Tuesday, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported consumer prices rose 2.7% in July, matching June, and up from 2.3% in April. Analysts note the average tariff level has climbed to nearly 18%, the highest since the early 1930s, while gasoline prices fell 2.2% from June till July. And I'd like to comment that in my state, I have not seen a decrease in gas prices.
I have.
Anyway, I continue excluding food and energy. Core CPI rose 3.1%, up from 2.9 in June, while July prices increased 0.2% and core prices 0.3%. Investors saw CME's Fed tool indicate a 92.2% chance of a quarter-point cut at the Fed's next policy meeting in September, causing stocks to rise after the data release. Looking ahead, economists warn consumers will likely absorb more costs in the coming months as Trump finalizes tariffs.
Yep, that's it for that, though.
That was just a brief summary. We'll get into a little bit more of that as we continue getting information, but that was the current information as of this morning. And one of the reasons I pulled that was over the weekend I spoke with a friend, a mutual friend actually, that Crazy B hasn't talked to for a while, but that I did, that is experiencing extreme difficulty in the tariffs in their state. And after we looked into it, we kind of found that that was not the case, Crazy B, would you say?
I would say it's not the case. It's just there's been a delay because a lot of these jobs that are coming in because of the tariffs are still in the process of getting put into place.
Right.
So there's a lag right now. And it's kind of just in a stasis until these jobs open.
Right. And I'm estimating from an HR perspective anywhere from 6 months on. Some of them could be some people were estimating that it was going to be 3+ years, but it's going to move quicker than that.
Well, yeah, there's that one place that had the building already in order. It just was waiting for everything to get set up and then move the people in. That's easily 1,000 jobs to the community.
Right. So we feel that based on what we've been reading and seeing, that, and again, we are not economists nor financial specialists, but the job market is going to probably open up for those of you that are struggling right now, try to hang in there. We know it's difficult. Utilize whatever possible resources you can. Temp agencies, volunteer positions that will get you somewhere. Possible continuing education that might set you on a different course path.
Just something to get you through until these jobs, these real jobs open up.
Correct. And they're out there. They're
just
on
suck
their
it up
way.
for a little bit longer.
Yeah. And remember, while you're discouraged right now and your expectation was that they would be here, it took, this goes back to even before Obama, I would say, that our jobs were sent away. The country was decimated from a, job market that were real jobs. And they're now going to be coming back, and even more are anticipated that, from pharmaceuticals that, need to come back to the country. So there's going to be opportunity that I think that a boom that we've not seen in this country in a long time.
Art brought up a good point as well. He goes, there's also a lag in the effects of these tariffs because they were never actually applied in most cases until the last several weeks. And that's
Mm-hmm.
because, again, paperwork has to be worked out, things have to be
Mm-hmm.
fine tuned, and then poof, now we can get the ball rolling.
Right.
Everybody
Well, not
wants that instant gratification
right.
nonsense, but life don't work like that.
Right. And also with the tariffs, people were playing hardball. You know, how long can I sit on the sideline before you make me say I have to pay? And so a
Yeah,
lot of things were done at the last minute negotiation. You know, if the deadline was, 11 o'clock last night, they were, at
bingo.
11:57 going, oh, yeah, we better do this or else. And
Yep,
where do I sign the dotted line? So with that comes, a delay in in everything that needs processed.
yep.
But I really think that the job market is gonna take off, and uh, we're gonna see a boom that we haven't seen in a long time. So please be patient, hang in there.
It
If you're
will get better.
frustrated, it will get better. Trust us, it will get better.
Yep.
So, and if not, we're available for individual counseling and consultation at a fee of, to be determined.
Fee of 25 cents an hour. How's that
And there
sound?
you go. That's I think I know a doctor that's 25 cents. Or was she a nickel? Thought she was a nickel. Hmm. Wasn't she a nickel
um,
an hour?
Art
Or
says,
maybe a
I
nickel.
foresee a lot of people saying that these tariffs are the reasons for job loss, but in reality, it's AI. Yes. And actually, it was on peanuts. Wasn't it a penny for Lucy?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Was she I thought she was a nickel. It could have
It
been
might
a
have been a
penny.
nickel.
A penny, a nickel.
It might have started
I
off
know
as a
she
penny, but then with inflation, it went up to a nickel.
maybe. Maybe. But that's the type of counseling booth we'll provide for you.
Yeah, we'll
Except
get
on
the
the Discord.
cardboard box lemonade stand set up
There you go.
and have a sign that
Yep.
says "Doctor is in,"
Yep, the doctor is in. All
and
right,
"Doctor"
crazy
will
T.
not be spelled correctly, so they can't come after us.
Exactly. Right.
All right.
Okay.
Um, so next
Right
is
next.
we have two articles basically covering the same thing. Which one would you like to start with? AP
Well,
News or
there,
the other
there,
one?
there's kind of a reason for the difference. Start with the AP News one, please.
Okay.
This takes effect tomorrow, as we say. YouTube is going to begin testing a new AI powered age verification system. This begins tomorrow.
Oops. What the? I
What?
hate those. It's a
Ay,
pop-up
ay, ay,
ad.
ay, ay.
It was a pop-up ad.
Okay, so YouTube on Wednesday will begin testing a new age verification system in the United States that relies on artificial intelligence to differentiate between adults and minors based on the kinds of videos that they have been watching. Okay, so I have a question for
I'm sorry. You think
that.
you're gonna catch who's a kid and who's an adult?
I mean, like, how do I go from like watching?
You're gonna get in trouble because you got videos for baby JJ that you play.
I know, that's what I'm
You're gonna
saying.
get age verified. You're gonna get like
I know,
we can't verify your age.
I know. All the way up to the assassination attempts on the president. I mean, I'm and everything in between.
Uh-huh.
I mean, last night was FGTV night here.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Okay.
It's gonna be
The
fun.
test, yeah, it is. The tests initially will only affect a sliver of YouTube's audience in the United States, but it will likely become more pervasive if the system works as well as guessing viewers' ages as it does in other parts of the world. The system will only work when viewers are logged into their accounts, and it will make its age assessments regardless of the birth date a user might have entered upon signing up.
Yeah, because
If
we're
the system,
always honest when we were kids. Yeah,
yes,
okay.
if the system flags a logged in viewer as being under 18, YouTube will impose the normal controls and restrictions that the site already uses as a way to prevent minors from watching videos and engaging in other behavior deemed inappropriate for that age. Scroll up, please. Thank you. The safeguards include reminders to take a break from the screen, privacy warnings, and restrictions on video recommendations. YouTube, which has been owned by Google for nearly 20 years, also does not show ads tailored to individual tastes if a viewer is under 18.
Right. Okay, let's see. Is there any more? Yep, there's more.
If the system has inaccurately called out a viewer as a minor, the mistake can be corrected by showing YouTube a government-issued identification card, a credit card, or a selfie. Meaning what you look like hell.
So no matter what you watch, how many people are going to get flagged as minors just to get this info?
Yes. YouTube was one of the first platforms to offer experiences designed specifically for young people, and we're proud to again be at the forefront of introducing technology that allows us to deliver safety protections while preserving teen privacy. James Beeser, the video service director, a product manager, wrote in a blog post about the age verification system. People still will be able to watch YouTube videos without logging into an account, but viewing that way triggers an automatic block on some content without proof of age.
What dorks?
The political pressure has been building on websites to do a better job of verifying ages to shield children from inappropriate content since late June, when the U.S. Supreme Court upheld a Texas law aimed at preventing minors from watching pornography online. While some services, such as YouTube, have been stepping up their efforts to verify users' ages, others have contended that the responsibility should primarily fall upon the two main smartphone app stores run by Apple and Google.
I beg to differ. I think it should fall on the damn parents.
I was just going to say that. A position that those two technology powerhouses have resisted. Some digital rights groups,
Whoops! What
such as the Range Rover Sport.
I'm putting an ad blocker up on this, under your account, under the Rex Sisters account.
Yes, because I don't know why that did that, Crazy B, because that was my. No, that didn't come in as my personal account. I apologize.
No, this is under the Rex Sisters account, and I don't have an ad blocker on there, because normally I show it through my Google account, but I'm going to be throwing an ad blocker on for you.
Okay. Such as the Electronic Frontier Foundation and the Center for Democracy and Technology have raised concerns that age verification could infringe on personal privacy and violate First Amendment protections on free speech.
I agree. Oh, that's it for that.
Yep. Yeah, and then I just wanted the reason for the second article is thus.
Boom.
YouTube backlash begins already. Why is AI coming through every single video I watch? Adult YouTubers defend. Scrolled up. They defend childish viewing habits in fight to block AI age checks.
Because sometimes I'm watching videos that my nieces and nephews and stuff are watching, so I can decide, hey, wait, y'all should not be watching this after all. Does that make me a kid? Oh, hold on. Art says, anybody want to take bets on how long it takes for AI to screw up the age verification? I'm going 24 hours.
That long?
B, if you have a reader version of the website available, it usually will block the ads. Okay, I will look and see which I have. As a going forward possibility. So, thank you.
Tens of thousands of YouTubers are raging against YouTube's plan to use AI to detect underage users in the U.S. On Tuesday, a Change.org petition, and I really can't stand Change.org,
I
but
don't like them either.
I'll give them props for this one, rapidly neared its 50,000 signature goal, with tens of thousands hoping that with enough users protesting, the wide rollout of the AI age checks might be stopped. They fear the age checks will make it harder to access content they love while staying anonymous on the platform.
I see another issue too, and this isn't about protecting age, but I kind of, again, if you have to prove who you are or your age, you know, by sending in a ID or a picture, if you get some creep in the comments, it makes it easier for the cops to get them. But it also can backfire and make your life miserable if someone falsely accuses you.
Right.
So I have issues. Both, I see good and bad in it.
Plus, I don't like the idea of another organization having my driver's license or my credit card or a selfie. I mean, how is that going to get filed and destroyed? Are they going to say, oh, yeah, Dee is who she says she is? Fred? I doubt it. Where's that going to be housed? And then you know for sure there's going to be a breach, and somehow China got a hold of it.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to scroll up?
Hold on. Oh, no, that's not going to work. They do have a reading mode that does pop it, block ads. Can I scroll it over and do this? Where were we last? Oh, right. Yeah. Okay, so now you should be able to see it without the ads.
Okay. YouTube's age verification system estimates users' ages by interpreting a variety of signals. YouTube's announcement said including the types of videos a user is searching for, the categories of videos they have watched, or the longevity of the account. I'm in trouble.
I am yeah.
Jeez. If a user is estimated to be under 18, YouTube restricts the account by disabling personalized ads, turning on digital well-being tools to prevent young users from being bombarded with harmful content, and adding other safeguards like limiting repetitive views of certain types of content. To lift these restrictions, YouTube requires users to share either a government ID, a credit card, or a selfie to authenticate their actual ages.
I have issues. I've got so many issues with this.
I mean, wait, like, where do you even start? Like, okay, so they're going to disable the personal accounts, but they're going to stop you from being bombarded by it. But I thought they disabled them, so...
Well, here's the thing. If they identify you as a child... Like, okay, my niece really liked this anime cartoon that was showing up on YouTube Kids. But it had strong pushes for self-harming, harming others, the SA type stuff.
Right.
When she was like 10, 11 years old. I flipped out. How is this showing up on YouTube Kids?
Right.
I don't think the problem is who the viewers are. How about you get after these content creators, making sure they put 18 plus on their shit?
Well, okay, so put 18 plus on there, but
they're still lying about the account info. Yeah, so, I mean, again, this is a no-win. Parents have to step up and quit leaving the government, these organizations, to protect their children.
Right.
Because if it wasn't for my daughter overseeing it, or she overheard it, And she brought it to me, and I'm like, oh, no, sweetheart. And I let her dad know right away. Dad told her not again. If it happened, she'd lose it for a period of time. And this is on YouTube Kids, specifically YouTube Kids. There are anime cartoons about self-harm and assaults and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I've seen them.
How is this okay? Why isn't YouTube keeping better tabs on it too? I mean, parents really need to step up, but YouTube, come on. You're going to flag me for reading a government website, but you're not going to flag that crap?
Right.
Sorry.
And we could, let's continue because we'll just keep going.
I know. I could bitch about this all day and night. I see good and bad to it, but more bad than good.
Way more bad. The bad far outweighs the good. Okay,
right here.
Yeah, I got you. Privacy. Yeah, get the cursor out of the way. We've already had one short.
You gonna smush it again? I need to find one that looks like an ant, just
for me. Privacy, and if you know, you know. Privacy experts previously told ARS that YouTube's AI age checks are concerning. YouTube does not specify how any of the data received from users incorrectly labeled as teens will be used or how long it will be stored. A YouTube spokesperson only told ARS that the company does not retain data from a user's ID or payment card for the purposes of advertising. Yeah, right.
I can actually verify to that because I had to do a verification that I was a person. So for the questions that need answers and gaming stuff to get paid, they said, I didn't look further into it. I'm like, fine, whatever, because it says it's only going to store my ID until it's verified that it's legit, and then it deletes the info. Is what I was told. So whatever. And besides, it was not even a current ID. It was actually, it was from when I lived elsewhere. But still, I used it and just said that I moved for the change of address part. And it's never required me to update it since. But they do only store it for like 24 to 48 hours. And then it's deleted.
You do realize that deleted information is never really deleted.
Well, it's deleted from their database, supposedly.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Again, and it's not my most accurate up to date, but it is. I mean, it proves who I am, but it wasn't my most up to date because I wasn't able to get an up to date ID at the time. I finally got my updated ID, so we're good. But yeah, it was a headache. It was a headache, seriously, trying to get that. And I did the facial one where they just, recognize your age. But then it's like, well, that didn't work. We need your ID. We need some other form to back it up. It's like, I wanted to use my CPL from Michigan as it, but you can't use that to verify who you are or your age. It's not a legal holding system for identification like that. So, but I wonder if they would have even noticed.
What's going on in the comments here?
Vanilla Pie says this has nothing to do with safety. I agree. I wish I could believe them, but it's not. 100%. 100. Art says if you don't want your kids accessing inappropriate material, the solution is to keep your kids off the internet. It's not your I'm not your babysitter, and I shouldn't be restricted because you are a crappy parent. Amen, Art. Amen.
Yeah.
I mean, I've even missed things. I didn't. Like I said, I've told this story before. I have literally gone in and put parental controls on the modem and router to stop my kids from accessing things. And then they're like, oh, you know what? I'll just put it in safe mode. They put their device in safe mode, and it completely bypasses all the parental controls. Oh, you want to put it on nighttime? Okay, I'll put it in safe mode. They Googled how to get around parental controls. How do you... So I went to the level of the internet, back to the router, cutting off internet access to a specific device between these hours of the day.
See, I have one even better than that.
Take the damn device.
When it's time for bed, give me the phone, and I will be happy to charge it for you while you sleep overnight.
Yeah. Doesn't go well with teenagers with insomnia, but you still gotta try. And again,
right.
This isn't like an 8 or 9-year-old. And again, my kids only had tablets at that point. They did not have cell phones until they could get a job to pay for them.
Right.
Plain and simple. So what we do is I would cut off the internet access to the tablet. If they had something downloaded, like a video, they could watch it till they fall asleep. Or they had downloaded music. That was the plan, but nope, my kids outsmarted me twice. And then I had to really outsmart them. And yeah, it was rough. It was really rough trying to get around it. But I'm telling you folks, if you're not familiar with it, get into your router. Go ahead. There's a way to access your router. If you're not sure, call your internet provider. They will help you. And you can set up parental controls and block out devices for scheduled times on most routers. Contact your internet provider if you don't know how to do it. And you can also set, that way you're not setting up the parental controls on that device, but you can set up the parental controls on the router, which will then also restrict certain websites from being accessed. You got to outsmart those babies. And then don't let them have the access to the router.
Exactly. Or the phone. Sometimes. Okay, is that the end of that one?
Actually, it keeps going. And going. And going.
Hold on, back up. Okay, back up. I can't,
There we are. We're back where we were.
Yeah, just
at the ARS video.
Yeah, I know where we're at. I didn't necessarily want to read it all. Just go ahead, scroll down, and what we'll do is we'll put the remainder. This is a lengthy article. This is really just talking about how they're the petitioners are trying to get them to change their minds. So it'll be dropped in the description below for your perusal at your leisure.
Yep.
How about that, Crazy B?
All right. Sounds like a great idea. We can do that.
All right. Okay, what do you got next?
That's where I'm going to have to pull up the next video. If y'all will be patient with me, I can work on that. What was the next video? Damn it.
I don't know, but Art said you can lock out specific websites at the router level too.
Yes, you can.
If I had kids, they'd beat me. I was the guy who developed, and I got cut off. Developed some of this stuff. I know how it works. Art, we may come to you in the future.
Okay. Nope, that's not right. That's not right. Nope, 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 nope. Stop! It's being stupid to me today. I apologize. Let me remove all of these. Okay, let's try this again. I apologize. I don't know what's happening. Okay, it's not working. So what we're going to do is we're going to really quick just open it in the web browser because stupidity prevails for some reason. Oh, why did that happen? Hold on. There we go. Where's my keyboard? So I can hit enter and knock a bunch of shit off my desk at the same time. Okay. All right, here we go. Web browser.
And
There
this
we
is
go.
our favorite. Yeah, this is our favorite sheriff.
Oh, I
One of
love this
them.
sheriff. Yep.
So do I.
All right, let's hit play.
Jamie, pull that video up.
Can you turn that up a little bit, Crazy Babe?
First off, he tried a carjacking with a lady, and then he was doing a burglary of a vehicle, and he was in the string of a group of felonies at the time. When you start trying to carjack somebody's car at a gas station, you're subject to get shot, and shot a lot.
Did he have a weapon?
She doesn't have to have a weapon, brother. You can carjack with just pure violence and force.
You don't think that's a dangerous message you're putting out?
That is an absolute correct message I'm putting out to Polk County citizens. You try to break into
Amen.
somebody's car and steal it while they're there with it, that's called armed carjacking.
Some attorneys would disagree with you, but you're the sheriff, so.
If you come to this county and if you use extreme violence to try to carjack somebody from their car, if you get shot, that's on you.
Holy shit, Jamie, pull that video up.
Amen! I want him to be my sheriff!
I know. I think we're moving to Polk County.
Oh my god, dude, I love it. You have the right to defend yourself, and if you get shot because you did something stupid, that's your fault, not the victim's fault.
And if you get to go to jail afterwards, even
If you
that's even
survive.
better.
If you survive.
Yes. Right.
So, yeah. Do not commit a crime with or without a weapon in Polk County, Florida, because you are subject to the consequences of your own actions.
Correct.
I 100% agree with him. I think it's a brilliant idea, a brilliant way to handle it. And I have the right to defend myself. And if you try to harm me or those I love, yeah, you're going to get it. Sorry, plain and simple. I love living in a constitutional carry state.
Yep, works for me.
So, what else did we have to cover here? Let me see. Matt Walsh or Benny Johnson from a while back?
Yeah, and today's programming, as I mentioned, was a little bit haphazardly put together. We were just trying to pull some things that were current and up to date.
Or we could just call it a little bit 30 minutes early, and
We could
everybody
do-
can call it a good day.
Yeah, we could do that too, Crazy B, given our situations. I know it was a rough day I think you had a worse day than I, since you baked like a chicken without lemon pepper.
Yep. They couldn't even lemon pepper my ass before they rotisserie'd me.
No, you just came out traditional, that's all. That's the best we could offer up.
Overcooked and tough. My meat dried out. Sorry.
Yeah, pause.
It's freaking hilarious and you know it.
I know it is. And there's nothing to reconstitute it with. Okay.
Nope, that's it. It's dried out. It's on its own.
Jeez. All right.
Oh,
Well,
sorry. I do not know how to behave, folks. I apologize, as y'all get it. But Art wanted to add fear or intimidation is generally all that's required to create an assault. The condition
Right.
is reasonable fear for your life and or of serious bodily injury. Yep.
Yep.
Uh-huh. I don't want to have to do it, but I am prepared to do it if I have to.
right. Well, just physical intimidation, if you've ever been up against it, probably is just as powerful as a weapon.
But I'll tell you, once you hit a certain degree in black belt, you have to register your hands and feet as weapons.
Not here in my state, you don't.
Many states you do. In Michigan, you definitely have to. Once I believe
Mine
it's fourth or higher, depending on where it is.
Oh, I'll have to double check that. Let me get a
Yeah, after
verification
so
on.
many degrees of black belt, your hands and feet are supposed to be registered as lethal weapons.
I'll have to double check that here.
I've known a couple people that had to do it. My uncle was one of them. Well, he's long passed away. But my neighbor, he you wouldn't suspect this guy was a multiple degree black belt. Looking at him, you would not expect it. But he, every couple years, had to register his hands and feet. Even though he hadn't practiced or participated in martial arts in over a decade, he still has to register. So, I can look it up for you if you want. Hold on.
Because you use that shit, that's why. That's innate. That becomes just part of who you are. You know? God, I could tell many a story. But, yeah, I think that,
No, in Pennsylvania, you do not have to register them as deadly weapons. Is a myth. Oh, wait. Hold on. Actually, but it is true in Michigan.
yeah, I didn't think it was. But I don't know. I was not for sure. I'm hurting people.
Actually, they're saying no, not even in Michigan. But I knew someone who had to do it. What do they mean it's a myth? Dude showed me the ID, the information. Whoa. Did they just change some shit up?
Well, perhaps could it have been like a local ordinance or something like?
It might have been.
No, like
it might be. Because that's one of the things they talked about in our martial arts class. That, once you hit a certain degree, you're going to need to have your hands licensed in the state. And that's what threw me for a loop because this is like literally paperwork stating you are capable of doing serious harm because of your skills in martial arts, blah, blah, blah. Most people wouldn't peg me for a police defense tactics instructor, but panhandlers still tend to steer clear. It's an officer's presence sort of thing, even with the cane. Yeah, cane becomes a very handy weapon. Bow staff was one of my favorites. Just going to point that out. So, yeah, I remember clearly that there was registration required. It may not be now, but it was back in the day. I know it was because I know people who had to do it every few years. This is weird. Why would they now say, oh, it's an old myth? I've known people who legitimately did it and showed me the paperwork. It's not one of those Mandela effects, is it?
You know what? Do a Google search and see if it's a requirement in South Korea.
Okay. Let's pull that back up. Because I took Taekwondo.
So did I.
It's the exact same thing. AI legitimately is just copy and repeat. And then a bunch of articles claiming the same thing.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing. And in fact, hold on one second. Give me a second to... Hold on a minute. Go ahead, talk about that for a minute, Crazy B. There's a story about a man named Brady. Anyway, hold on. About AI. The gist of the story... Oh. I can't talk about it right this second. The gist of the story is a magazine article was printed about, we'll say somebody, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And the details and falsehoods are apparent anywhere that the author did not really investigate or report accurately on this person. There's many mistakes in it. And the article is published in a renowned journal. So what's going to happen is the probability that this article has been put out, AI is going to pick it up and promote it like crazy.
Yeah. I'm
Even
reading
if
this. Go ahead.
Even if there's going to be a correction, you're going to see the same shit appearing over and over everywhere you look. And I think that's what you're finding right now.
And here's the thing, though. I'm reading something about the law. In Guam, yes. And here's the other thing. It's not required you register, but you can register your hands and feet as weapons.
And why would you? Just saying. Just asking.
Well, I mean, just as a way to show that you're a deadly weapon. But in Guam, you do have to, in the territory of Guam.
Okay.
But everywhere else, it is not required.
Okay.
You can, but you don't have to. I mean, unless I bet people with multiple assault charges should.
But they don't. Well, they're probably on some type of database, I believe. But pay attention when you're doing any type of when you're researching on. Don't go by that AI piece, please.
I didn't. That's why I dug deeper.
Not you. I'm talking to our audience, not you, Crazy B.
Oh.
Talking to the audience.
Shit.
Please do not take that AI piece as carte blanche. You might want to use them as a stepping stone to, as a launch pad to get you to different places. They are not the source, what I would consider to be a legit source.
I don't like using them. But I did find it funny that it was a copy and paste no matter what country, state, or anything you put in there. It just said, nope, it's not required. Nope, it's not required. Nope, it's not required. Wait, that sounds weird.
Uh-huh.
But when I was looking at the articles underneath, they were saying no as well. But then I found the one article that stated about the laws, and other than in Guam, no, it's not required.
So you may want to be a little bit more specific in your searches. You might want to, as I said, use it as a stepping stone, but don't cite the AI source itself as this is where you got info, because
that's right like now, citing the town gossip for a news article.
Yeah, it'd be like citing Brecht's sisters. Right? No, we're better than that. We're better than AI. Yeah, the AI piece is, for right now, I think a little bit too... I use it more as a stepping stone, if anything. I'll read it, see what it has to say, and if it appears that there might be something valuable, it might send me in a direction. But typically, just treat your searches. I actually treat all of my searches still like I'm doing, well, Crazy B can vouch for this, as I'm doing a term paper for my master thesis. That's how I go by. Right, Crazy B?
Yes. Understatement.
Yes. Okay. Sorry.
We love you. We love you. At least it's thorough and it's accurate.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I will take that.
The funny that was part of the funny part, though, was so while Crazy B took vacation, I was home with the dog and other things, and so I worked the entire time. I did research, I did this, X, Y, and Z. And what day was that? Was that like Saturday, Friday, Saturday? And you and I were talking, and you're like, well, like, she says, I have all those videos and everything done and edited. I'm like, really? Everything that I have it's done. She goes, yeah, there wasn't that much in there. I'm like, what are you talking about? There was tons of stuff in there. Like, you got that all done. I'm like, that's really awesome. She goes, well, there was nothing in there. I'm like, what are you talking about? There was nothing in there. She's like, there's nothing there. And I'm like, Crazy B, it's filled. What are you talking about? And I went out and looked, and on my end, it looked perfect. And on her end, there was a whole page missing. Well, it went to the second page somehow. We can't figure out what the heck happened. We share a drive. And yeah, let's just say my girl was busy.
Yeah. I got it done, though. I'm completely done, but it's not my fault you put a screenshot in there and it pushed everything down.
Was it the screenshot that did it?
Yeah, the screenshot's what pushed everything down to where I couldn't find it.
I see. Well, now we know. And the kick in the pants was, here she's thinking that, sure you were working, D. Yeah, tell me about how hard you worked, okay? Mm-hmm.
I found him, and I got him done in less than 2 days.
Yes, she did. She did good.
It's because I really have no life.
I mean, that is bugging me. What the heck happened that we were making fun of one another? I can't.
Well, I know on your end it showed the picture and all the articles right below it, where for me, on the computer, it didn't even show the picture. It just showed a blank page until you finally scrolled all the way down.
Right. No, but I'm talking about whatever it was that I said something and you made fun of me. Remember? And then 5 minutes later, you turned around and did like almost the exact same thing.
Oh, it doesn't surprise me. I'm sure I did. I just don't know what the hell it was because my brain is that way.
Yeah, my brain's not there right now either. Whatever it was funny as shit, and hopefully we'll pick it back up.
Yes.
Maybe not as funny as the bug thing, but
Oh, that bug thing was great, and we all know it.
Yes, and if you didn't see it and you didn't know, go check out the latest short that Crazy Bee created, and you'll know. I've had people look at it hysterical of how stupid could I be. I just think I should get an extra kudo for outing myself because I didn't have to say anything. I could have.
You did not have to, but yeah, no. Kudos.
You know what? That would be. Why don't we end the show with that short? Why don't you play it?
I can. Do I have it saved still? That's the good question.
Grasshopper.
I don't have it saved on my drive, but I can play it, and I can show it. One moment, please, while I go to it and pause it before it goes too loud.
And this is what Crazy Bee created for us on our shorts.
Let me zoom this sucker in like this. Okay. This, then here we go.
After an assault on a high-profile staffer of Trump. Uh-oh, a bug. Hold on. Hold on, bug. Incoming. Where'd it go? Hold on.
Could be worse.
Oh, yeah, I didn't scream. I'm impressed. I controlled myself. On Thursday night, August 7th, just days after an assault on a... he's back. Hold on. Ooh, hold on. No, I missed him. Hold on, let me get a tissue. Because he's going to come back. We know he is. Just days after an assault on a high-profile... Son of a bitch! After an assault on a high-profile staffer of Trump's Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, Edward Edward Korwestein, a 19-year-old nicknamed Big Balls, was attacked by a group of teenagers during an early morning attempted carjacking last weekend. I don't know if I can continue or not. I hate you.
What?
I,
What'd
I
I
can't.
do?
Wait, I can't. You want to know what the bug is?
No.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, oh, yes, you do. Ready?
No, I don't.
Ready?
Nope.
Yeah, you do want to know. You do want to know.
I can take my headphones off for a split
Wait,
second.
oh no, you're gonna scream, cry, and laugh when ready.
Okay.
It's the frickin' cursor you keep moving.
Oh my god! My cursor is what? Wow!
It's so freaking tiny. I thought it was one of them little fruit fly things.
Oh my god, it's my mouse. Oh my god,
I
that's
can't
too
stand
funny.
it.
Oh
Wait,
my god, you're trying to kill my cursor.
I need to control. I need to get myself under control. Oh my god.
You need glasses.
I do have them. I took them off so I could read the damn screen, and this damn black little cursor of yours is freaking flitting around everywhere. Oh my god. It looks like it has
Oh my god,
wait,
that's you grabbed a tissue to try and kill my cursor. My cursor.
it looks like it has wings. Your cursor.
I know, I said it wrong and I caught it and I even added it into the subtitles because it was funny. I most certainly did. But there's still more. But if anything, they can go watch the rest of it.
Right. Oh, I'm crying, laughing so hard. That was
I am
so
too.
funny. That made my day. That made a good ending.
We
of
did
the
a
day.
great job. We did. We took that was a good one. I mean, this is again where we're not all just talking doom and gloom politics.
Right.
We also talk a lot about, whatever else is going on and worth talking about. So,
yeah, like the cursor looks like a bug. Okay, yeah. Woo.
Yeah.
That's freaking epic.
I still want to know who Edward, no, it was Edrod. When you first botched his name, it was like Edward or something like that. I was curious.
I was starting to stress over the fact that there was a bug continuing to come to my monitor. That's that whole thing. You can feel. I can feel.
I love it. It was great. I love it. I love it.
I could feel tension rising back in my body, just knowing that a bug was approaching, coming back, and where was he going to pop up at this time?
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Was I going to be able to get him or not? And I was like, the fact that I could even kill him says a lot, right?
Well, the fact you are trying to kill a cursor
was priceless.
It most certainly was.
Anyway, guys, that's how we're going to end the show with.
Yep.
Now we have, who is Keith Vaughn?
Just someone who jumped in to promote something. They're probably not going to hang around. I don't know. If they want to, I'm not going to be mad. Art, there is a cursor finding mechanism on Mac. When you stroke it up and down or back and forth, it gets bigger. Gotta wonder about the programmer who thought of it. Oh my god. You know what happens on Windows? Just hit Control and your mouse lights up. And it shows you where it is on the screen. It sends out like a little radar blip to show you where your mouse is. But Mac is perverted. See? Windows was better, but I don't even like Windows, so I said screw Windows and went to Linux.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that
was a great day.
Yes, it was. We're going to do this again tomorrow from 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
And don't forget on Thursday, we're going to do another evening live from
7 to
7 to
9.
9. And Friday, we will have a pre-recorded, preordained show for you.
Yep.
So we
But
hope that you tune in for that.
I've
'Cause
got
we
an
don't
MRI I got to deal with.
And I have a dental appointment I have to be at. So we both will be busy. We apologize for the interruption. We try to schedule our stuff on Mondays, but
It did
sometimes
not go
stuff
as
happens.
planned.
Correct. And such is life. And the funny thing is we both forget kind of what the pre-recorded show was about. So we'll be watching it with you so we could talk about it on Tuesday.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah. So with that being said, I'm done tonight. I'm taking some medication and I'm hitting the hay.
I am too.
5 o'clock comes around too quick.
I'm just dead on my feet. My back hates me. It feels like there are snakes rolling around under my skin and my muscles. So I'm going to call it a night.
Yeah. Maybe yeah. So like I said, we're the train wrecked sisters week. Our bodies have been used and abused and beaten and whatever. I have more black blue marks. Yep. More black blue marks on me than I've had in a long time.
So, all right, y'all, stay safe, stay sane, stay sober.
Oh, God.
We'll catch you tomorrow.
All right, everybody, have a good night. Have a good night. Not
Have
tomorrow
a great night.
Hey, hold on, Crazy Bee. Not tomorrow night at 3 p.m.
Oh, yeah, tomorrow afternoon. Whatever.
Get with it, girl. Yeah, whatever. I'll keep you straight. All right, everybody.
Tomorrow
at 3 p.m.
Sounds like a plan.
And if we're not there, look for us at 7.
Yeah, if we're not there, just, give it 3 days. If you don't hear from us for 3 days, send search parties, okay?
There you go. That works. All right, guys.